Okay, so this is our next stop. These trees are also angiosperms, and these are our oak trees. So the scientific name here is Quercus robur, Quercus meaning oak. Anybody who's from the East Coast, like Chris and me, you might recognize these trees. They're all over the place. But basically, Quercus means oak, and the common name of these trees is an English oak. But that's only in this part of the world. There's other parts of the world that have a Quercus robur, but they give it the common name of French oak. So it's really, really important to know the scientific name when you're referring to a very specific tree, because otherwise if you go by the common name, you could be quite confused. So this is our Quercus robur English oak here in Colorado. And because it's an angiosperm, its seed is contained in a fruit. And if anybody is familiar with oak trees, it's contained in a very specific type of fruit, which is this. I don't have a better one. This is the only one I could find because DU's groundskeeping is doing such a good job cleaning up the yards. But this is a little tiny acorn, and it's so cute. So the seed for the oak tree is contained in acorns. And there's a very curious but helpful reason that it's contained in nuts. So if you think about who might be scurrying up these trees and collecting these nuts and maybe storing them for winter, your mind probably jumps to squirrels. And squirrels are a great pollinator for oak trees because they're so dang forgetful. So they collect a whole bunch of acorns, they bury them in the ground, basically burying the seeds for the trees, and then because they got little itty bitty brains, they forget where they buried them. So they basically just plant the trees for the trees. They do all the work. So squirrels are a really great way to pollinate your future generations. Yes, and also the leaf, I couldn't find like a living leaf and they're too high up to reach. So this is a little dead leaf that I found, but you can see the shape of it. There's not really a great way to describe it, but it's kind of loby, like it's broader. It's broader than a needle, obviously, because it's deciduous. But it's got these little lobes that kind of extend off the side in somewhat of a symmetrical format, but not always. Yes, and that is basically our oak trees.